Wow, that's such a cool idea to build. Why didn't I figure it out myself? Let's learn how to build a PlayStation.
Round 1.
Oh day, I am building a PlayStation, and this will be an interesting project. I start with a circle from light gray wool at some height above the ground. The circle is positioned parallel to the ground, meaning horizontally. Circles are hard to build in Minecraft because of square blocks, but if you follow a certain pattern, you get a sufficiently round shape. Light gray wool is chosen because the classic PlayStation was gray colored, that nice light gray plastic from the 90s. I build the circle block by block, following the circular shape as much as possible in a block game. Wool has a soft, matte texture that somewhat resembles the plastic of old consoles. The circle will be the central part of my PlayStation, where the disc cover usually is. On the original console, this circular part opened, and you inserted a game disc there. Nostalgia for old times when games were on discs and not downloaded from the internet. Outside this circle, I build a square from light gray concrete. Concrete has a smoother texture than wool and creates contrast. The square shape is the main console body. PlayStation was a rectangular box with a round cover in the middle. Light gray concrete is the same shade as the wool, so the color stays unified. Now I fill in this entire square with concrete blocks to make it solid. The concrete square becomes a flat platform around the wool circle. This is the console base where all other elements will be placed. Concrete is strong and even, perfect for creating smooth electronic surfaces. For now, the construction looks like a gray platform with a circle in the middle, but soon it will become a recognizable PlayStation. Patience and attention to detail is key to good building. Inside the circle also needs to be filled. I fill the inner part of the circle with the same light gray concrete. Now the circle is not empty but solid. This creates an even surface for the future logo. The wool circle remains as a frame, while inside is concrete fill. The texture difference between wool and concrete creates a subtle boundary that highlights the round part of the console. On the edges of the main square, I build 2 rectangular blocks from the same light gray concrete. One on the right, one on the left of the main body. These side parts imitate console extensions where controller and memory card ports were located. On the original PlayStation, the sides had ports for connecting controllers. The rectangular blocks are elongated. They make the console wider and more visually interesting. I build these side parts carefully, maintaining proportions relative to the main body. They should not be too big or too small. Symmetry is important. Left and right blocks should be identical. Light gray concrete creates a unified color across the entire construction. The console gradually takes on the recognizable shape of the first-generation classic PlayStation. On these side rectangular blocks, I place several light gray carpet on top and front. Carpets are thin and create a small protrusion on the surface. This imitates buttons or indicators on the console side panels. I also add one block of light blue stained glass on each side. Blue glass glows and looks like LED power or disk activity indicators. Small details make the build more realistic. Glass lets light through and creates an effect of working electronics. Real PlayStation had small lights showing the console was on. Light blue glass imitates this glow. Carpets and glass together add details that distinguish a simple gray box from a gaming console. Now the side parts look functional and not just decorative. Below the console, I build a cable from light gray concrete and gray concrete. The cable goes from the main body down and to the side. Two shades of gray create a striped effect on the cable. All electronic devices have power cables, and my PlayStation is no exception. The cable is thick enough to be noticeable, but not too thick to look silly. The cable bends and goes to the side like a real power cord. The combination of light gray and gray concrete makes it look like a real cable with different sections. This is a small detail, but it adds realism to the whole construction. The console now looks like a real device that can be plugged into an outlet and TV. Inside the circle, I build the PlayStation logo from colored concrete. I use red concrete, blue concrete, light blue concrete, and yellow concrete. The PlayStation logo is stylized letters P and S. Red, blue, light blue, and yellow are the colors of PlayStation controller buttons. They were also used in the logo. Each color in its place creates a recognizable symbol. The logo is placed in the center of the circle and immediately makes the console recognizable. Without the logo, it would just be a gray box. With the logo, it is PlayStation. Colors are bright and contrast with the gray background, drawing attention to the console center. I build the logo carefully, each colored block in the right place. This is the brand signature that millions of gamers worldwide know. On the left side of the console, I start building a controller. The controller base is light gray concrete, same color as the console. Original PlayStation controllers were gray, matching the console. The controller shape is recognizable, with two handles below and buttons on top. I build the general controller form from concrete, then we'll add details. Colored controller buttons are its most recognizable feature. I build them from lime concrete, red concrete, light blue concrete, and pink concrete. These are the famous triangle, circle, cross, and square buttons. Each button is its own color: green triangle, red circle, blue cross, pink square. These four symbols became gaming industry icons thanks to PlayStation. I fill in the remaining controller parts with light gray concrete to complete the shape. The controller should look three-dimensional and comfortable. I add the remaining buttons using black skeleton skull. Skeleton skulls are small and dark. They imitate small black controller buttons well. These are start, select buttons, and analog sticks. Unusual use of skulls, but the effect is good. I also complete the cable to the controller from the same gray concrete. The cable connects controller to console, showing they work together. In those days, all controllers were wired. Wireless came later. The cable goes from controller to the main PlayStation body. Now the whole construction looks like a complete gaming set. Console plus controller, connect to TV and play. Phew, it took so much effort. Great, my PlayStation is ready.
What? Hello?
Hey, Banana Kid, look, I built it. Do you like?
No.
What? Do you think I've outdone myself this time?
What?
Thank you. I'm very pleased to hear that. Maybe then you'll try to build a better PlayStation yourself?
Yay!
They ran to the place. This is where your building will be. Are you ready?
Ta-da!
Then go ahead.
Round 2.
Banana Kid starts his round and I see he is building a vertically standing controller. This is an interesting approach. Usually controllers lie flat, but this one stands like a monument. The controller base is black concrete, meaning this is a more modern PlayStation version. Black controllers appeared starting with PlayStation 2. Banana Kid chooses the classic black color that became the standard for gaming consoles. Banana Kid makes the controller buttons from colored concrete: red concrete, yellow concrete, light blue concrete, and lime concrete for the 4 main buttons. These are the legendary PlayStation symbols: circle, cross, square, and triangle. He also adds a couple buttons from gray concrete, probably start and select or triggers. On top, he places lamp for lighting. This creates a backlight effect on the controller. On the controller edges on both sides, Banana Kid places gray concrete stair. Stairs create angled surfaces that imitate the ergonomic controller shape. Real controllers have curved shapes to fit comfortably in hands. Stairs are a good way to create such curves in Minecraft. Banana Kid thinks about shape, not just color. The controller looks three-dimensional and realistic. The controller turns out large and detailed. Black color with bright colored buttons creates stylish contrast. This looks like the DualShock controller used on several PlayStation generations. Banana Kid pays attention to every detail, from main buttons to small elements. The standing controller looks like a museum exhibit proudly displaying the iconic design. Behind the controller, Banana Kid builds the PlayStation console itself. He makes it as a large rectangular block from black concrete. This is clearly a more modern version, maybe PlayStation 2 or 3. These consoles were black and had more angular design than the original gray PlayStation. The block is vertically oriented. Many gamers stood their consoles vertically to save space. Black concrete creates a solid monolithic console look. PlayStation 2 was one of the best-selling consoles in history. Its black design became legendary. Banana Kid builds a large version to show all details. The size allows adding interesting elements impossible at small scale. The console next to the standing controller creates a complete gaming composition. In front of the console, Banana Kid places several lamps in the upper left corner. Lamps glow and imitate power and disk activity indicators. Real consoles had LEDs in this spot showing device status. Blue or green light meant the console was working. Banana Kid uses mod lamps to create this glow. Good choice for imitating electronics. The rest of the front panel Banana Kid fills with black wool. Black wool has a slightly different texture than concrete, creating visual separation. This might imitate ventilation grills or just decorative panels. Wool is matte and does not shine, matching the matte plastic of real consoles. The combination of concrete and wool adds depth to the design. The front console panel now has glowing indicators and textured surface. This looks like working electronics ready to play. Banana Kid is not just building a box, he creates a recognizable device with characteristic features. Lamps in the corner, black surface, vertical orientation, all of this says PlayStation. The whole Banana Kid setup looks like a gaming corner. Large standing controller in front, console in back, all in black with bright accents. This is the modern PlayStation style that started with PS2 and continued in later generations. Banana Kid chose this style instead of classic gray, and the result looks stylish and current. Black color is universal and fits any interior. Many gamers prefer black electronics because it looks serious and professional. Banana Kid created exactly this image, a serious gaming station for real gamers. Controller and console together create a complete composition that you want to use.
Ta-da! Yay!
Where did everyone run off to? Hey, guys, what's all that noise?
Banana Kid and I are building a PlayStation, JJ. Who did it better?
Oh, both of your buildings look great, but I think it's up to the audience to decide who did the best.
Yes, JJ, you're right. Maybe then you have comments on the construction of Banana Kid?
Yes, there are a couple of comments. You made the PlayStation so monotonous, no details. I even thought at first that you had built just a black box.
I totally agree with you, JJ. Maybe you'll build a PlayStation?
Okay, then let's run to the place as soon as possible.
JJ, good luck to you. We'll wait in the house.
But?
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. Round 3. Today, I will be building PlayStation 5, the most modern console from Sony. PS5 has a revolutionary design that differs from all previous generations. Instead of a simple rectangular box, it is a futuristic construction with curved white panels and a black central section. I want to capture this unique design in Minecraft with maximum accuracy and detail. I begin construction with the front part of the console. PlayStation 5 has a characteristic two-tone scheme, white outer panels and black central body. For white sections, I use quartz. Quartz has a clean white color and smooth texture that resembles the glossy PS5 plastic. Quartz also shines slightly, which matches the real console surface. For black sections, I use black concrete and black concrete stair. Regular blocks for flat surfaces, stairs where they meet quartz. Stairs create angled transitions between white and black, imitating the curved lines of the original design. PS5 does not have sharp angles between colors. Transitions are smooth. Stairs help achieve this effect in a block game. The PS5 front is the most recognizable side of the console. Here, you see both white panels spreading outward and the black center between them. The shape resembles a collar or wings. Very futuristic look. I build this shape carefully, watching symmetry of left and right sides. Each quartz and concrete block in its place creates the correct silhouette. Quartz blocks form the white curved panels that are the PS5 signature. These panels can be removed on the real console for cleaning or replacement. In my build, they are part of the structure and define the overall shape. White quartz contrasts with the black concrete center, creating the dynamic, two-tone design immediately recognized as PlayStation 5. Black concrete stairs where they meet quartz create a depth effect. They show the black part is deeper than the white panels, like on the real console. This is an important detail that adds three-dimensionality to the build. Without these transitions, the console would look flat. With them, it has volume and depth. Now, I move to building the remaining console sides. I continue using quartz for white surfaces and black concrete for black ones. PS5 has a complex shape on all sides, not just the front. Side panels are also curved and create a sense of movement even when the console stands still. Sony designers were clearly inspired by aerodynamics. During construction, I add gray concrete for some transition zones. Gray works as intermediate between white and black, creating additional gradations. I also use quartz stair to create angled white surfaces. Quartz stairs allow making curves on white panels, repeating the organic forms of the original PS. 5 sides have ventilation holes for cooling powerful components inside. The console contains a powerful processor and graphics chip that generate a lot of heat. Ventilation is critically important for preventing overheating. In my build, I can imitate these grills using different block textures or leaving small gaps. The console backside also needs attention. All ports and connectors are there. HDMI for TV connection, USB ports, power connector. I build the back panel from black concrete since it is less decorative than the front. On the real console, the back is mostly black and functional. I add gray concrete to imitate connectors and ports. Top and bottom parts complete the shape. PS5 can stand both vertically and horizontally. The design works in both positions. I build it vertically because it looks more impressive that way. Vertical orientation emphasizes the console height and slenderness, its futuristic silhouette. The external construction is almost complete. White quartz panels frame the black central body, creating the recognizable PS5 image. The shape is complex, but I managed to convey the main design elements. Now, I need to make this console not just a statue, but a functional space. I plan to create an entrance inside and furnish the interior. I make a passage inside the console by cutting an opening in one of the walls. The passage should be big enough for comfortable entry, but not disturb the overall outside view. I place it in a less visible spot to not ruin the facade. I place door in the passage, the door closes the entrance, and makes it neat. Now you can enter inside PS5 like a house. Inside the console, I start with the floor. I place quartz blocks to make an even white floor. The quartz floor matches the external white console design and creates a bright, clean space. The floor should be even for convenient furniture placement. White color visually expands the space and makes the interior modern. I also complete some internal walls using quartz. Walls are needed to divide space into functional zones. Quartz walls are white and smooth. They continue the external aesthetics inside. Interior should match exterior in style. White walls create a base for furniture and decor placement. Time for furniture. I place bed for sleeping. Nearby, I place a nightstand for small items and lamp for lighting. For decoration, I place anvil with foliage on top. I place a TV on one of the walls. The irony is that inside a gaming console, there is a TV on which you can play games. Nearby, I place wardrobes for storing things. Wardrobes are important for space organization and maintaining order. Above wardrobes, I complete the wall with quartz blocks to close the space to ceiling. This creates a finished look. Opposite the TV, I place a sofa for comfortable viewing and relaxation. The sofa is soft and comfortable. I add bookshelf for storing books and documents. Bookshelves give the interior an intellectual look. Nearby, I place enchanting table. In the Minecraft world, magic is an important part of progress. Even living inside PS5, you need ability to improve gear. Bookshelves enhance the enchanting table by game rules. I place chests of various sizes for storing resources and items. Chests are the foundation of storage system in Minecraft. I add more anvil with foliage in another part of the room. I place armor stand and put armor on them. Stands with armor show an adventure-ready player lives here. Armor always at hand in case of danger. Brewing stand I place for creating potions. Nearby, I place cauldron with water for alchemy needs and just convenience. On the wall, I hang painting for aesthetics. Paintings add color and interest to empty walls. In another part of the room, I place a vanity table. This is a dressing table with mirror. Vanity is useful for preparing before going out and adds elegance to the interior. Another sofa I place for additional seating. The PS5 interior is fully furnished and ready for living. Everything necessary is here. Sleeping zone with bed, living room with TV and sofas, work zone with workbench and furnaces. Great! My PlayStation is ready. It's time for me to show it to the guys.
What? Yay!
Wow, DJ, you've got a real PlayStation 5. It's a pity that we won't be able to play on it.
Thank you guys. I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you liked the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right.
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.